Mr. diyOhMG was a balance. He could fix just about anything around the house, from leaky faucets to squeaky doors, but there was one thing that always seemed to get the better of him: cleaning. More specifically, vacuuming. The problem wasn't just the daily dust and dirt that accumulated on his floors. It was the stubborn pet hair clinging to his carpets, the crumbs from his kids' snacks that somehow always ended up under the couch, and the fine particles of dust that settled into every nook and cranny of his home. No matter how often he vacuumed, the task seemed never-ending, and his old vacuum cleaner was more of a hindrance than a help. Every weekend, Mr. Di would drag out the bulky machine, heaving it up and down the stairs, cursing under his breath as it failed to pick up the debris embedded in his carpet. The vacuum's bag would fill up far too quickly, and he'd have to stop mid-clean to empty it. Worse, the vacuum was loud, inefficient, and would overheat if he tried to use it for more than 20 minutes at a time. The frustration was mounting, and Mr. diyOhMG knew he needed a solution. The problem. The cluttered kingdom. Mr. diyOhMG's home was a bustling place, filled with the joyful chaos of family life. But with that joy came a constant stream of messes. His 3 kids were experts at turning the living room into a playground, scattering toys, crumbs, and everything in between. His 2 cats, Fluffy and Whiskers, were equally adept at shedding fur and tracking litter across the house. The hardwood floors in the kitchen gleamed, but only after a thorough cleaning, and the plush carpets in the bedrooms were a magnet for dust and pet hair. Every time Mr. diyOhMG vacuumed, it felt like he was waging a losing battle against an army of dirt and debris. His old vacuum cleaner was a cumbersome beast, heavy and hard to maneuver. It lacked the power to deep clean his carpets, often leaving behind clumps of hair and dust. The dust cup was small, requiring frequent emptying, which interrupted his cleaning flow. And let's not forget the hassle of replacing vacuum bags, an expense that seemed to add up faster than he realized. The final straw came one Saturday afternoon. Mr. diyOhMG was in the middle of vacuuming the living room when the old machine suddenly sputtered and died. He tried to revive it, but it was clear that the vacuum had sucked its last speck of dust. Frustrated and covered in sweat, Mr. diyOhMG sat down on the couch, surrounded by the very mess he had been trying to eliminate. There had to be a better way, he thought. The idea, a spark of inspiration. As someone who prided himself on finding practical solutions to everyday problems, Mr. diyOhMG wasn't about to let a broken vacuum cleaner defeat him. He began researching online, reading reviews, watching videos, and comparing different models. What he needed was clear: a vacuum cleaner that was lightweight, powerful, and versatile enough to handle his home's variety of surfaces. It had to be easy to use, require minimal maintenance, and, most importantly, it had to make cleaning less of a chore. That's when Mr. diyOhMG stumbled upon the Eureka PowerSpeed Bagless Upright Vacuum Cleaner **. The reviews were glowing, with users praising its ability to deep clean carpets and hard floors alike. At just £10, it was lightweight and easy to carry from room to room, a significant improvement over his old vacuum. The extra-large 2.6L dust cup meant fewer trips to the trash can, allowing for uninterrupted cleaning sessions. And the best part? It came with a range of tools designed for pet owners like him, perfect for tackling the fur that Fluffy and Whiskers left behind. Intrigued, Mr. diyOhMG dug deeper. The Eureka PowerSpeed offered 5 height adjustment settings, making it adaptable to both his hardwood floors and thick carpets. The bagless design and washable filters meant zero maintenance costs, no more buying vacuum bags or expensive filters. It even came with a pet turbo tool, crevice tool, dusting brush, and upholstery tool, all conveniently stored on board for easy access. This vacuum seemed like the perfect solution to his cleaning woes. But Mr. Di was a cautious man. He read the fine print, noting the warning about cleaning the floor brush and belt every 2 weeks to prevent clogs and potential malfunctions. He appreciated the transparency, better to know upfront than to be surprised later. After weighing the pros and cons, Mr. diyOhMG decided it was worth the investment. He ordered the Eureka PowerSpeed, confident that it would be the answer to his prayers. The solution: enter the Eureka PowerSpeed **. The day the Eureka PowerSpeed arrived, Mr. diyOhMG was eager to put it to the test. As soon as he unboxed it, he was impressed by its sleek design and lightweight feel. Assembling the vacuum was a breeze, and within minutes, he was ready to tackle the mess that had accumulated in his home since the demise of his old vacuum. He started in the living room, adjusting the vacuum to the highest height setting for his plush carpet. As he turned it on, he was struck by how quietly it operated compared to his previous machine. But what really blew him away was the power. The Eureka Power Speed effortlessly glided over the carpet, sucking up everything in its path: pet hair, dust, crumbs, and even the bits of cereal that his youngest had dropped that morning. The pet turbo tool proved invaluable, removing every trace of fur from the upholstery, something his old vacuum could never do. Next, he moved to the kitchen. With a quick adjustment to the height setting, the Eureka Power Speed transitioned seamlessly to the hardwood floor. The vacuum's powerful suction pulled in all the dust and debris without scattering it, leaving the floor spotless in a matter of minutes. Mr. diyOhMG was particularly impressed by the vacuum's maneuverability. Its lightweight design made it easy to carry up the stairs and around tight corners. The crevice tool allowed him to reach into the spaces between couch cushions, under the furniture, and along baseboards, ensuring that no dust bunny was left behind. The extra-large dust cup meant he could clean the entire house without having to stop and empty it multiple times, a small but significant convenience that made the whole process much smoother. The joy, a clean home and a happy Mr. diyOhMG. As Mr. diyOhMG stood back and surveyed his freshly cleaned home, he couldn't help but smile. The Eureka Power Speed had exceeded his expectations in every way. What once felt like a daunting, never-ending chore had become a quick and efficient task. His carpets looked revitalized, his hardwood floors gleamed, and even the air in the house felt fresher. The Eureka Power Speed had not only cleaned his home but had also lifted the weight of frustration that had been hanging over him. The kids could now play on the living room floor without picking up bits of dust and dirt on their clothes. His wife commented on how much cleaner the house felt, and even Fluffy and Whiskers seemed to enjoy lounging on the freshly vacuumed carpet. For Mr. Di, the best part was that he no longer had to dread vacuuming day. The Eureka Power Speed had turned what was once a tedious, time-consuming task into something quick and easy. Even the maintenance was straightforward. Following the manufacturer's recommendation, Mr. diyOhMG cleaned the floor brush and belt every 2 weeks, ensuring that his new vacuum continued to perform at its best. The washable filters were a game-changer, eliminating the need for costly replacements. With minimal effort, he was able to keep the vacuum in top condition, ready to tackle whatever mess his family threw its way. As the days turned into weeks, Mr. Di found himself actually looking forward to vacuuming. It was a strange feeling, but one that he welcomed. The Eureka Power Speed had not just solved a problem, it had made his life easier and his home happier. And for a man who took pride in maintaining his house, that was the greatest reward of all. In the end, Mr. diyOhMG knew he had made the right choice. The Eureka Power Speed wasn't just a vacuum cleaner, it was a reliable partner in his ongoing quest to keep his home clean and comfortable. And as he stored it away in the closet, he couldn't help but think, why didn't I get this sooner? Conclusion. A clean slate. Mr. diyOhMG's journey from frustration to satisfaction was complete. The Eureka Power Speed had turned a dreaded chore into a manageable task, saving him time, effort, and even a bit of his sanity. It was proof that the right tool could make all the difference, and for Mr. Di, that tool was the Eureka Power Speed Bagless Upright Vacuum Cleaner. So, if you find yourself in a similar battle against dust and dirt, remember Mr. diyOhMG's story. Sometimes, all it takes is the right equipment to transform your home and your outlook one clean sweep at a time.